Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I am grateful to Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan for inviting me here. And unfortunately, because of my high fever, I am unable to join physically. I plan to join from Islamabad office, but I'm grateful to Ms. Khurshid Kotwal and all the organizing committee members. My association with Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan is very old, since last almost 20 years. I'm also working with ICAP in different capacities. I was part of several international conferences of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, in addition to their SAFA conferences, the South Asian Federation of Accountants conferences. And we always engage ICAP in different national dialogues and different policy roundtables. So first of all, I want to share that information technology is not my area of expertise, but actually I worked with many technology companies. And as the chairman board of investment, especially, I facilitated the overall ecosystem. And I strongly believe that in this digital age, this is a golden opportunity for Pakistan to thrive and to utilize the benefits of this domain. Pakistan's population today is 230 million, and out of 230 million, around 60% population is under 32 years of age, and around 130 million plus Pakistanis are mobile phone customers, mobile phone users. So this is a huge, huge number. And by 2049, our population size will be around 380 million plus, and out of 65% population will be under 30 years of age. So keeping in view this number, this is a huge, huge opportunity for Pakistan. And this is up to us that how to utilize and how to make efforts to tap this potential. Pakistan's software exports today are around $3 billion, while our neighboring country, India, crossed $150 billion of IT exports. So this is a huge area where government is also focusing. And in last many years, in the previous government and before the previous government, I am witnessing that every government is focusing and the industry is collaborating with the public sector to utilize this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I also feel that we are geared towards thriving in this industry. The very word thriving makes me immensely happy, because it is way above the status of striving, and gives me the faith that we as Pakistanis are following the right trajectory. Secondly, it carries the undertone of relevance, which I feel is the key word today. A lot is going well. Since May 2021, Pakistan has been added to the list of sellers by Amazon. At the start of 22, Pakistan's internet penetration stood at 36.5%, which is on almost 36% jump from 2021. Our IT sector is worth a good $3.5 billion today. It's straight double in the last 4 years, and is expected to grow another 100% in the next phase, coming up to $7 billion. This would mean a significant contribution to our GDP in the next 4 years. This is fast growth, no doubt, but the game is faster and no telling that we may be adding as after the predicted 7, given the perfect circumstances. There are 1,500 registered IT firms in Pakistan today, and around 10,000 graduates joining the field each year, which is a very less number actually. In India, there is a production of 800,000 IT graduates per year, and this is a huge number. So when I was part of the government and we attended many meetings, so there is huge shortage of skilled professional in the IT industry in different domains. So on a lighter but equally substantial note, our production houses for entertainments and news have occupied a huge space on digital screens and television. As we knew, it is going under a renaissance for the lack of a more modern word. So a lot going well and so much can be achieved. For example, in last few months, we hosted several meetings with IIT startups and many other startups. So total investment in 2021 was, I remember, $376 million. And this is just the beginning. And the VCs are investing in Pakistan. Many startups actually failed also, but this is part of the system. Overall, the ecosystem is generating, and many good case studies is the need of the hour. And this is now the responsibility of all concerned stakeholders, including the government, to facilitate this industry, this area, because this startup culture is real, and this startup, the VCs globally are looking towards Pakistan. And this is up to us that how we can facilitate all these startups and all these VCs in Pakistan. So talking of relevance as Pakistani, as global citizen, none of us are now disconnected from the digital age, because so much of who we are is now virtual. Our correspondence, calls, connections, social interaction, shopping, etc., everything is online. The fintech industry is gradually expanding because of the population size and because of the mobile phone customers who are 130 million plus, and this number is increasing. So I strongly believe that the digital world is no longer passive. It is not only active but aggressive too. From Google and Amazon, or Apple and Microsoft, or Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Clubhouse or Slack or Substack or YouTube, Twitch, Triller, Twitter, and yes, TikTok. So the list is increasing on daily basis. And my personal belief is that continuation of policies for any government, for any industry, is the actual need of the hour. And when I served as the chairman board of investment, so we were dealing with dozens of investors, whether local investors or the foreign investors. And the biggest pain point we observed for any new investor, especially the multinational companies or the foreign companies, as well as the manufacturing sector in Pakistan, is the continuation of policies, because every 6 months, the FBR is changing policies and all. So what we focused initially when I talked to the Prime Minister, that we should focus almost 80%, 90% on the existing investors. And this is a huge chunk, including the local investors as well as the foreign investor. One is the crowd of MNCs who are the members of OICCI, Overseas Investor Chamber of Commerce. And there are dozens and dozens of investors, small investors who are investing in Pakistan. The VCs are coming. I personally hosted dozens of tech investors in Pakistan. Somehow COVID happened, COVID started, and few of my friends invested in different startups as well. So recently one company started with the funding of Public Investment Fund, Saudi Arabia. And this game is Uniphonic. They started 2 years back, but now they are expanding their operations. And the SoftBank is also investor behind the Uniphonic. The SoftBank size is $150 billion fund, and they are investing 100 to $1.5 billion every month, and they are focusing in Middle East. So what we discussed with them, they are looking and they are working for few good case studies from Pakistan. So Uniphonic is one of them. Now they are focusing on few other investments. So what is my experience in the government? That the potential is huge. The systematic problems are the biggest hurdles. And I observed that the last government, and in fact that the current government, they are trying their best to focus on resolving these conflicts, these barriers, And with the passage of time, I'm optimistic that we will achieve, we will be in the right direction. We are already in the right direction. What is the need is the collaboration amongst the public sector and the private sector. Secondly, when you are talking about the information age, digital is important, technology, different domains, but ICAP, for example, is an academic institute. For me, Pakistan's biggest threat is not India, not Israel, not anyone else. Pakistan's biggest threat is actually 25 million kids out of the school. 25 million, 2 crore 50 lakh. This is a huge number. And for me, this is the biggest threat, because if we will fail to train them, we will fail to educate them, this will be a real alarming situation for all of us after 10 years. So this is again the responsibility of the state and the responsible civil society, responsible organization to educate them and to provide them the training skills. So this huge number of youth bulge, this is a huge youth bulge. If we train them, so for the information industry, the technology industry, the Pakistan's potential is again huge. So these are my few opening comments, and I'm available here for the question answer. And I'm again feel sorry that I'm not at the venue physically, despite all my efforts, but I did the COVID testing today, and this was not responsible behavior that I would join physically. So I send my regrets to Khurshid Kotobal, and I'm grateful to her to that she understand. And my best regards to all the ICAP members, all the ICAP students. And I strongly believe that ICAP is an institution who is actually playing a commendable role for policy formation and to educate the youth. And especially on the digital side, on the technology side, if you can play an effective role, I think this will be very beneficial for the state of Pakistan. Thank you very much.